could see yourself.
Good morning, ladies. Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to bring you along my day. We're talking a little bit about health and wellness, a little bit of homemaking motivation, cleaning, cooking, all the good stuff. So I hope you ladies enjoy, and let's get started.
Anymore. I know you haven't noticed. You know.
One of my scriptures for the new year is Philippians 4:8, and it says, "Whatever things are true, whatever things are of serious concern, whatever things are righteous, whatever things are chaste, whatever things are lovable, whatever things are well spoken of, whatever things are virtuous, and whatever things are praiseworthy, continue considering these things." And I know there's one thing to express your concerns and how you're feeling, but a complaining spirit does just discourage and tear down. A wise king once said, "A heart that is joyful does good as a cure, but a spirit that is stricken makes the bones dry." So as a complaining spirit drains us emotionally and takes away our joy, it does reflect pessimism and not optimism, right? So we want to learn to think and speak about these praiseworthy things and have a joyful heart, and not even have it come out of our mouths. We may think of it, but we don't want to ponder and dwell on it, because those are going to sap our joy and our energy. I think as moms, it's so easy for us to become dysregulated because our children are going through so many stages and leaps and growths that they are constantly being dysregulated. So there are a few podcasts I'll link below that talk about this. This is something too that I've been learning, just to how to re-regulate myself, and it's really helped. Sometimes I have to do it every hour, but it really just helps me to recenter, refocus, and get on with the rest of the day and not be so stressed. Okay, ladies, so I am write up a little thing on my notepad here on my computer. I do 3 lists. One is grocery staples to-do list. The second one is homemaking daily to-do list. So this is something that I just want to briefly look through and things that I want to do on a daily basis, whether it be upkeep on the house or towards spending quality time with the family. The last one is wellness to-do list. This is probably the longest one, but it's not like an everyday thing, but just a general wellness checklist that I'd like to look over, that keep accountable, but also helps me keep on top of things. Like if I look at something, I'm like, oh, I need to actually do a Pilates workout, or I haven't done my acupuncture in a while, or my red light therapy, or castor oil pack. Like I said, it's a long list. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to add to the list as I go. I'm going to do some inventory. I'm actually looking into right now, my friend and neighbor gave me a starter, and my other one died because I had her, and I was just not ready to take care of 2 babies, if you know what I mean. So I have a new starter. I want to relearn some things. I do want to do gluten-free and organic. I'm going to try a brown rice flour. Something else I've been trying to do a lot of research and learn is non-toxic makeups, which is good because I'm almost out of all of my makeup, so I'm not going to repurchase basically anything that I've shown in the past. Not that I don't love them, but I really do want to focus on non-toxic. As we know, anything that we put on our body does seep into our body, puts a lot of strain on our organs. I know that can be an overwhelming topic and subject, but I'm at that point and stage in my life to where I'm ready to take that plunge. I'm on a mission to find affordable makeup. As soon as I find that, I'm going to do a dedicated video on that, because I think it's really important for those that are looking. There's not very many videos online for that. It's something I could do. I am going to do inventory, put Josiah down for his nap, run to town, and then when we get back, start dinner. I've been thinking about doing what I eat in a day to stay nourished as a mom. Let me know if you want to see that, because I will start that process. Okay, so I'm gonna make me some chocolate milk, and the only thing I use is raw cacao powder, and it tastes delicious. You don't need any sweetener. You can add maple syrup or honey if you want, but this is like a nice drink that I make if I'm craving something sweet, but also like a bedtime little dessert snack. But it's a great source of magnesium, zinc, a bunch of different things. So I am starting dinner. I'm just going to do some chicken breast and some mixed veggies, and I'm going to do Brussels sprouts and diced zucchini. To spruce up the mixed vegetables, I'm just going to do a bunch of spices and herbs and butter. Yeah, just have a pretty simple meal. I'm not trying to overcomplicate things. I'm building up my repertoire when it comes to healthy go-to meals with the family, so I'm not going to go into detail, but that's what we're having tonight. I went to go get my bread, but then I was like, you know what, I'm going to look in the back of the ingredients one more time, and I loved everything in them except that they had like soybean and gluten. That's the Ezekiel bread that I've shared before, and I think it's a good bread, but I'm still trying to get off the gluten. Now we're going to try and just make our bread because I couldn't find a gluten-free sourdough bread there that didn't have some sort of sugar or oil. These are my oils I'm using currently, aside from butter. This is how it turned out. It's just very simple. Mixed vegetables, quinoa, and grilled chicken breast. What makes a lot of dishes in this family is coconut minos. I drizzle this basically on everything. It's delicious, adds so much flavor. Talked about it so many times. I can't recommend it enough. And that is our dinner for the night. Good morning, ladies. I had to get them both in the shot because I know many of you like to see them. I am getting ready to head out. We have to go to Aldi today and get a bit of groceries, visit a friend, and go to the market. So I'm going to take my laptop and headphones and try to edit on the way a little bit. Maybe when we get back, I want to possibly make a rotisserie chicken in the Dutch oven. I am not for sure what else I have on the to-do list or what I have planned for this video, but I hope you enjoy it and we can go ahead and get started. Okay, we are back home and I put away groceries and got my pajamas on. It is 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna try and put her down for one last nap before bedtime. And I want to get that rotisserie chicken in the oven and probably make some butternut squash. All the snow has melted and it's pretty overcast, rainy, muddy, wet, and Joe and Josiah are outside playing. So it's just a pretty relaxing afternoon and I don't have much on the agenda other than to start dinner. So we're gonna go do that. A few homemaking things that I'm starting back up in the kitchen again are infused herbs and oil, my sourdough, my fermented garlic. I'm going to learn how to make some magnesium spray and bone broth. So those are a few of my things that I'm trying to get back into. Let me know what you ladies are learning in the kitchen, and if this is a season where that is on hold, let me know what you look forward to learning when you are able to do so. Okay, ladies, I am going to do a little quick grocery haul. These are items that I get at my local market, staples, and yeah, I just want to show you what I got. So something I like to do is just as if I'm hungry and I'm out and about grocery shopping, I'll pick up like a green smoothie. I like these. You can get them at Walmart or Aldi, and they have really good clean ingredients: cucumber, celery, grapefruit, green chard, green leaf lettuce, lemon juice, kale, spinach, parsley, mint tea, peppermint tea, and spearmint tea. So this is like a really good option if you're out and about and you're really hungry but you don't want to stop at like a fast food place on the way home. Definitely pick up some of this and you get your greens in. I also picked up some blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. This I'll put in my kefir or yogurt, but really great way to get in your antioxidants and fiber. And I've been really into herbs lately. Rolled out some oregano. I want to do some tincture, so I've been watching Time and Tenderness videos on that, but also maybe possibly soak them in some oil. And another hidden gem that I discovered, black garlic. And I'm really thankful that we have a market that carries all health and wellness related foods. Really nice to go and not just have to buy things online. The amazing benefits of garlic, I'll link a video below that I watched on Dr. Berg. A few of the benefits of black garlic is that it decreases pathogens like viruses, bacteria, fungi, and candida. It decreases inflammatory conditions, decreases insulin resistance, which I'm really trying to work on. It improves the immune system and strengthens the body's ability to fight infection. It's nutrient rich, so it contains important vitamins and minerals. They have like a little sweetness to them, and you just take one once a day. I'm gonna put this stuff away. And I get these beef roasts at Aldi's and they're for such a good price, but I noticed that the seasoning packet, the #1 first ingredient is maltodextrin. I mentioned about this in a previous video, but I will leave a video below explaining what maltodextrin is. It is worse than sugar. It's going to spike your blood sugar, your insulin levels, hydrogenated vegetables, soy, corn. As I'm learning and discovering these things, these are the type of things that you will want to look out for on your wellness journey, just to ditch the pre-made seasoned packaged in things, or maybe the pre-made dressings and things that you can opt out and just use your own seasonings. You are going to be much better off. Not going to be any hidden things in them. This is real steak seasoning. Has garlic, black and red pepper, paprika. Again, just opt out for your own seasoning. Throw this away. You do not want that. And I was like, you know what? I have to stop and tell the ladies about this, because this is the stuff that I'm talking about when it comes to easier ways that you can swap out and take better care of your health and avoid those nasty ingredients.
So I can hold you in my arms. I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monsters under your bed. Deep in the biting, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
Good morning, ladies. I'm gonna take my ginger wellness shot, and then I want to start the sourdough process. I wanted to share with you a hidden gem that I found as I'm learning and discovering about health and wellness. I came across Carob powder. I actually watched a Dr. Berg video, and he suggested Carob powder. We'll just read a little bit about what I've learned about it. It helps with digestive problems, but also with heartburn. It helps with the intestines. It says it's used for intestines' inability to properly absorb certain nutrients from food. So if you feel like you're lacking in a certain nutrient or vitamin and you feel like your body's not being able to absorb it, maybe try and add some of this into your diet. You can put it in kefir, you can make like a chocolate milk out of it. It resembles cacao powder. It has like an interesting taste. I like it, and there's no caffeine in it. Sources of vitamin E, D, C, niacin, B6, and folic acid. It says it's high in fiber and antioxidants, and it also, since the chemicals in carob might have weight loss effects, reduce blood sugar and insulin levels, which is what I'm trying to focus on, is regulating my blood sugar, my insulin levels, lowering cholesterol levels. Whenever I find little hidden gems like this, I will share it with you. It's very inexpensive. It was like $5. Okay, so I'm going to down my wellness shot, and we're going to start the sourdough process. Okay, So I fed it yesterday, and I wrote down some instructions that I watched a video yesterday on. So we're gonna put 1/4 cup of the starter in with 1½ cups of water. Mix and add 2 teaspoons of salt. Go in with our brown rice flour with 4 cups plus 2 tablespoons, and then level off. Make sure you level them off and then rest for an hour. We'll go from there.
And suddenly you told me, baby, you're lost.
A little life lesson I learned recently was that I was actually trying to do a voiceover for this part of the video, and I thought a couple of different things, but nothing really was coming together in thought. Keep in mind, yesterday I felt pretty terrible physically and mentally, and I was quite discouraged because I have been doing so good with my healthy habits. I've really been consistent and determined. So the next day comes and I was meditating in thought while eating lunch, and I realized how different today is compared to how I felt yesterday. No physical pain, and I was in a pretty good mood. And a scripture came to mind at Galatians 6:9, and it says, "So let us not give up in doing what is fine, for in due time we will reap if we do not tire out." I'm going to have hard days wherein I am struggling and I feel like I'm not recovering. I'm not making progress. I may get discouraged because I feel like all my hard efforts, my healthy habits, my diligence, my consistency, they're just not benefiting me. And I think sometimes we just have to remind ourselves of this verse and consider it as a guarantee and a promise that if we sow seeds of good, we will reap the benefits. Like I tell my son when he's frustrated that something isn't going his way, instead of telling him you need to be patient, I say you'll want to be patient because it's going to make you feel better. And this is an aspect that we can all apply in our lives. The hard work we put towards our family. It was a good reminder to me that we can't rush progress and we can't rush healing. We can't rush growth. In fact, it keeps us humble. It's benefiting us because it's not good that we get everything we want all at once. I believe this scripture can apply to anything you're trying to do to better yourself and your family. Eating nourishing foods, our daily Bible reading, moving our bodies to stay well. If you're trying to do good and you just don't see the fruitage yet, remind yourself, just keep watering, because eventually, gradually, sometimes even overnight, the changes start happening. We have this confidence that what you feed will grow. You will reap if you do not tire out. So I encourage you ladies, no matter how tempting it may feel to want to give up, don't give up. Don't tire out, because you will reap in due time.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of